Knee Deep, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. We better not. If this the last time, I'm gonna tell you right now, YouTube, this the last fucking time we going live, and then we gonna end it for fucking tonight, okay? Because I'm not fucking with y'all more. Like, okay. I don't even remember where we was at. Like, we're talking about the Cardi B, the spousal support. Stefan, he has a lawsuit from his ex-girlfriend. Apparently he has like a assault lawsuit.
Yeah.
So it keeps getting worse, you know? Like, she kind of presented Stefan as if he was like this upgrade from Offset, but it's like as time is going by, like we're seeing more and more how this nigga is worse, like worse than Offset. I'd rather just deal with,
went from sugar to shit.
Yeah.
Sugar to shit.
Cause now you dealing with not only a nigga that gives out jelly beans in the club, you also deal with a nigga that is getting multiple people pregnant at the same time. Then you have to pay the spousal support, not him. So now you are coming out of pocket for fucking with this nigga. Like,
you just took full-fledged L's all the way around in
this
scenario.
3 of them. At least. I just
3 big L's.
And that's L's that's affecting, like, it affects your pockets. Like,
yeah. She should have just stayed with Offset for all that.
mm-hmm.
I mean, because at least
you know what you're dealing with.
She the reason everybody know Offset was cheating. Getting on live crying about it. Oh my God, I'm getting tired of being cheated on. You know, trying to gain some female camaraderie. And
so it's her fault because she went wild crying.
Nobody knew. Okay. That was some shit that they could have privately handled.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was right. I'm saying the world didn't need to know.
Okay.
Now you done aired it out. The world knows. And now you done got with another nigga and the world know that too.
Yeah, and
you see what I'm saying?
You could have just about this new nigga too.
Yeah, you could have just kept that shit under wraps, kept it private. And you know, niggas cheat, man. Niggas been cheating since Adam. Maybe not Adam, because according to that story, it wasn't a lot of people on the earth. But your son was fucking.
Look, he ain't had no choice. Okay.
Yeah, his son was fucking. All right. Cain, because Abel got killed. Cain went out in the world and started fucking. All right. So you ain't no different than nobody else, unfortunately. That's some shit that you could have kept, swept under the rug, or just divorced them and divorced them. And then you wouldn't have to deal with the spousal bullshit. And then another thing, me and my homie on the way up here was talking about it. They too rich not to have prenups. This is why a prenup is good too. It's not always okay if we sign a prenup, you don't get it. No, prenups give you clauses and parameters within a marriage. You can literally go down a list of shit and be like, okay, well, we can do this, we can do that. If we do that, we do this, we do that. And then that way, in the event of a divorce, you ain't got to worry about some damn big shot lawyer coming in and getting your ass for all kind of shit.
I think it would have been smart for Offset at the time. Cardi B, I think Cardi B didn't really realize that she was gonna get to the level that she was at this time. Because when she first got with Offset, she wasn't where she was like right now.
Indeed.
You know, so though it was two different playing fields. So if Offset were to had put like a prenup on her at that time, you know, it would have been different. Like, I feel like Cardi didn't have no reason to put a prenup on Offset at that time because he was the breadwinner at the time. You know?
It's just smart business. It's
smart, but I'm just saying, like, probably why they didn't do it. Like,
yeah. But I'm just saying for future reference for people listening and watching out there, it's a business move. We're in America. Everything in America comes back to money. Okay. Including divorce. You have to pay to be divorced. You have to pay out in the event of a divorce. You want to CYA, cover your ass. You want to make sure that you are covered like insurance. All right. So therefore, if something goes wrong, you can bounce back from the situation the correct way. You know what I mean? Like you gotta do it if in the event, because it's a strong chance something could pop off and you might not like what happened and you might want to divorce that person. In the event of that, the government want they motherfucking cheese. And not only do they want their cheese, they will take your cheese. So what you say? God, family, money. If money is third, act like it. You got to make sure that you cover your ass out here. That's a business move.
Yeah.
That's a business move. It's not a spiteful move. It's not a weak move. It's a business move. You know what I mean?
You gotta keep your assets.
Keep your assets. You work too hard for them. They're both commodities. They both rich, famous, talented people. And they both brought a lot of shit to the table. You know what I'm saying? You want to ensure that you keep your shit.
Well, I think you had brought a point when we was talking about this earlier that Cardi kind of has, like, she has her check. Like, she has enough royalties to where she could be paid. But
for life.
Yeah, but now you're sitting here having to go back to the booth and drop another album because you're doing all this extra shit. Like, that's causing you to have these lawsuits and, you know, you forking out all this extra money.
And now the album is going to Offset. A big portion of the proceeds from the album are now going to Offset. You see, like it's hustling backwards. She's hustling backwards. You know what I mean? You got to hustle smart. You know what I mean? I just wish they had more like, they too rich for this shit. You know what I mean? Like they should have had financial advisors. They should have had good lawyers that was telling them good shit in their ear. You know, like all these things could have been preventative. And now they just knee deep in shit. You know what
it's
saying?
just
Like
public scrutiny because, like, you know, now you're in the public eye. So now it is like it's the opinion of the public because you done made it a public affair. Your divorce is a public affair now. Like,
yeah,
everybody's opinion and you know, notion about it is being inputted because she's made, like, you, to your point, as far as like the cheating, like she's made it public to where it's in the public eye. We do have our opinions. The public gonna have its own opinion, period. Like, so I don't know, like, and not saying like, I think you've said it a couple of times, like on lives, like niggas ain't, they're not gonna be perfect. And if you get a nigga that the only thing that he do is cheat at this point in life, it's like that's not even the worst thing that could happen because like at this point it's just like in the nigga nature. Like
sadly, stranger things and worser things have happened and will happen. Death, sickness, ruin. It's a lot of shit that could occur that will hurt and be worse than the nigga cheating. Cheating is not commendable, and I'm not condoning it.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is that's why people cheat and couples stay together, because it is something that can be overcame. You know what I mean? From both parties, male and female, males cheating and females cheating, go both ways. But you just got to try to figure out, you know, you got to, it's like a mathematical equation. You got to factor in your worth, your self-worth, time invested. Is this person trustworthy enough to do it again? Add that up, divide it, subtract it, however you need to, and then what does it equal? Do y'all stay together? Or do you just go on in a different separate path and
you start over.
gamble and
Yeah.
hope for the best with the next motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Because you don't know. You don't like that's the thing. It is a gamble because you don't know if there is better out there, or you should just stick with the little shit you got at home. Like, you know.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. It's a motherfucking gamble. You're throwing your damn cards and your dice down.
And I read something that not every person is supposed to be married. Like in the Bible, not everybody's supposed to have a wife or a husband.
That makes sense because everybody is not of the mental fruit. You know what I mean? Everybody is not.
I know that's like the goal for a lot of people, but it's not. It may be a goal, but it may not be for you. You know, your purpose in life may be beyond that. You know, I think we kind of, as humans, we kind of glorify that as being the end goal as far as marriage. Because ultimately, you do want that companionship with somebody to where you feel like you had that bond, and you know,
grow old.
Yeah, everybody wants that. But just realistically, one, there's more females than there is males. So like logically, if you're doing the math or whatever, there's not enough males for females anyways for everybody to have a person for them. So that is going to leave people that's going to be left out. And it's just like you got to kind of be okay with it. Like if you don't be with somebody, then cool. It's kind of like it kind of segues into our next subject, which is the Aisha Curry thing, where she's not feeling fulfilled as a person or as a spouse in the relationship. You don't have your purpose.
Yeah, the Aisha Curry shit is wild. You know,
Did you watch it?
I did watch some of it.
Okay.
I watched enough of it to get a gist of what she was saying, and it did kind of alter the way I was thinking about it a little bit. All right, so she wasn't coming off 100% saying that she didn't want the kids at all. She was saying that from the jump, from the get-go, she didn't want the kids. And she was saying that she always seen herself as a career woman instead of a family woman.
I'm not going to say that she didn't want the kids. The only reason why is because, or like if you didn't want the kids, you didn't vocalize it. Because in that same interview that I sent you with Aisha Curry, she talked about being married to Stephen Curry. And she said that they were trying. Like basically, they went to the doctor, and the doctor said, okay, you know, you should probably be able to get pregnant within the year. And Aisha Curry literally said, I thought I had a year before I was going to get pregnant, and then we ended up getting pregnant immediately. So that's almost giving like y'all talked about it. You don't think so? If you went to a doctor and a doctor told you like you take these things and you gonna become pregnant within a year, you chose that path.
You chose it. Just like she chose to get married.
Exactly. So for you to have regrets, like and granted, I did hear her interview. Her interview, she did say she don't regret her kids. But you chose that path, and then now you're sitting here saying, well, I wish I didn't do this, or I wish I would have stayed focused on my path. Now, in the beginning of the interview, she talked about her path, and her path, she said at the age of 3, she started her modeling career. And she said she did like a couple of modeling gigs or whatever. Like she ended up like on an episode of Hannah Montana. And then like one episode, and then like I think she might have done pageants or something like that here and there. So she felt like that was her lane, right? And she felt like she was getting gigs and she was being successful in her lane, and it made her move to LA to try to like put it on a different level. You know, you trying to pursue your career. But then you ended up getting with Steph. Steph ends up getting drafted, and then you just go on his path.
And becomes the greatest shooter of all fucking time.
Exactly. So even though she says like, I just wish I would have, or she didn't even say I would, like, it's just like she's kind of reminiscing on like what would have happened if she didn't focus on his career and having a family, and she focused more on herself. Even if you like, I'm just like outside looking in, even if you focused on yourself and you focused on that modeling career, there's no way you could have provided the life that Steph has provided to you right now.
Yeah. You would have been trying hard for the rest of your life to hit a pinnacle. More than likely to
And
no
may or may
avail.
not have hit it.
Yeah, to no avail. And Steph was the sure
He was
meal
different.
ticket out of that shit situation. That motherfucker makes $155 million a year.
Yeah, she need to shut the hell up.
She need to shut the fuck up. There is no way $155 million man. That shouldn't even be questionable, optional. You know what I mean? Considering you could tell by the way she dressed and her lifestyle that she is a very spoiled woman.
Yeah.
She definitely reaps the fruits of the labor.
Yeah.
And
she said that too in the interview. Like they were like, who's more likely to pick up a business call? She was like, Steph. And the girl was like, well, who's more likely to make big purchases or spend the most amount of money? And she was like, me. And it was just like, okay, girl, like if it was the other way around and you didn't have kids, you didn't have your husband, and you were really working as hard as you were at the beginning on your modeling career, you would not be like, even as a model, the top model, like there's only a few top models that's really making bank. The rest of us is working regular shit. Like, you gotta have your own shit going on as a model. Like, yeah, you gonna have gigs or whatever, but unless you stacking it up and you putting it into investments, it's not a long-term thing. Versus like what you said, Steph is getting 155 million per year. As long as the nigga still playing, like per year, guaranteed. Versus me, like I don't know if I'm gonna see the shit or not. Like,
there's no way for you to spend $155 million in a year, and if you do, you fucking up.
Yeah.
There's just you're being excess. You're being greedy. You're being non-frugal than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? So all that I wanted a career shit, girl, you are blessed beyond measure.
She could still have a career. Here's the thing. Steph, the way that he has you set up, you don't even have to be qualified and you will still get the job. For instance, cooking show. I don't know how good Ayesha Curry's cooking is or not or whatever. According to Steph and according to her, she got good cooking. Enough good cooking for her to get her own show on Food Network, okay? Off of the strength of you alone, you would not get your show on Food Network. The reason why you got your show on Food Network is because of who your husband is and your brand and your reputation as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you was competing against somebody who actually had to work for the position, they had to do the culinary school, they had to do the competitions, they had to compete against the top chefs of fucking the United States and all the other countries and shit like that, and they got to go through all these hoops and they still won't get the show because they gonna give it to Ayesha Curry because of her brand. That's what she's not realizing. It's like you literally are set up to do whatever the fuck you want to do and still be successful because of your man. Versus if you didn't have your man, I'm not saying she wouldn't be successful, but it wouldn't be on the level that you're able to achieve right now.
You wouldn't have nothing on Food Network.
No, not on Food Network.
No, you'd be like a individual.
You wouldn't be on Top Model.
No, you'd be an individual YouTube cooker or model that had to grow a fan base like how we have to. You know what I'm saying? You would not be a syndicated, acclaimed person.
Exactly.
That is definitely a result of Steph motherfucking Curry.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
And that's the thing. Like, and I'm not saying that she's not willing to put in the work, but I think it's not even the issue of, Steph or her children or anything like that. I think that if she's not the center of attention, or she's not the person that's reaping that recognition or whatever, that it's almost like a jealousy thing, because you're taking backseat to your husband. Now, granted, sometimes that's what you have to do. Like, I know a power couple that they talked about this. They talked about, like, oftentimes when you have two people that have like a big purpose, one person has to take the back seat to the other one. And y'all have to talk about that as a couple. I had a situation where I was talking to this rapper, and he told me the same thing. He was like, he wanted me to stay at home with the kids or whatever. He wanted to do his purpose. He was going to go out, tour, do the interviews, do the shows or whatever, and I would stay at home with the kid. I told him I didn't want to do that because that would put my purpose in the back seat. And then if me and him didn't work out, I didn't have nothing to fall back on. Like, I put all my eggs in his basket. So respectfully, I declined that relationship, and it didn't work out between me and him because I just didn't want that for myself. So Aisha Curry has the same decisions that myself and other females had. Like, either you want to take the bag or whatever and be taken care of, but it do have its consequences. Like, you may not have as much control, or you may not have as much freedom as you would if you were to go out and get it yourself,
Yeah.
So,
and even and let me just interject.
Go ahead.
With the rapper guy, he's not proven, so it didn't make 100% sense to put your eggs into his basket. That's fair still.
He was proven.
He ain't making millions like Steph.
I'm not gonna say he's making millions like Steph, but as far as proven in the industry, the nigga was proven. He's proven amongst the industry.
He's in the industry now?
Yes. He's very, like, go look at his page. Like, well, I'll show you his page afterwards. But
okay,
he's in the mix. Because he did a tribute to, who he did. He did a tribute on one of those major award shows, and I can't remember who it was for.
But Steph Curry is still some bigger shoes to follow and live up to. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying it's bigger or smaller. I'm saying it's the same opportunity. So, like, she had the same opportunity that I had, as far as, are you going to chase your purpose, or are you going to take the back seat to a man? And at the end of the day, she chose to take the back seat to the man, because you chose to have these kids. You chose to take the back seat. And even when he got the resources, you're still the back seat because of you, not because of him. Like,
yeah, she tripping all the way the fuck around. She's wilding. She is blessed. Just, she should have really just, that shouldn't even been a public conversation in my humble opinion. I feel like she should have just, something she should have continued to talk to her therapist about.
Yeah.
It wasn't podcast worthy. It wasn't noteworthy. You know, everything you have right now, from your fame to your money to your lifestyle, is attributed to that man.
And he don't do nothing against you. Like, I would understand if, like, maybe he was like cheating on you, or he was beating on you or something. Like, he was doing something to where, like, you're just like, damn, this marriage is just not worth it. Like, like, I can't keep this shit in. Like, what is he doing? Like, I haven't heard Steph in no scandals, no cheating, no public, disorientation or anything. Like, you don't see him crashing out in the public. Nothing. Like, he don't do shit till he calls himself a lawsuit. He looks really chill as a person. And not saying, like, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, but I mean, she does still say that she loves her husband. It's just that it's almost like, remember that last interview where she was like, I wish I got attention, a male attention.
Shit like that. See, this ain't her first time coming out saying some bullshit. So she did try to get wiser with her approach and how she said it. But come on, you got the lens of truth. You can see through the shit. Like, she's unhappy. She's ungrateful. She's uncomfortable.
I feel like if she hasn't already cheated, she gonna cheat.
I think she has. I hate to say it.
I hate to say it, but it's just like, it seems to me like her and Steph got together and that was probably like their one and only. So when you get with somebody who's like your high school sweetheart and that's your one and only, I feel like she's gotten to the point where she's gotten curious, like, okay, what else did I not experience? Because if that's your first or whatever, and you don't know if there's any better out there, you haven't tried, it's curiosity killed a cat, And I feel like that's where she's at. It's like, Steph is all I've known and all I've been with since I think she was 14 or something like that, what she said. Or it was really young. Like, she got with him really young. So it's just like, if that's all you know.
She never had a chance to venture out,
Exactly,
experience and try the shit.
And that's kind of one of the things, like, I will say I can kind of understand, because a lot of people, they'll say that to me, like, I'm a person that I didn't have kids early. I decided to wait to have kids until after I established my career because I feel like I am selfish. I feel like I don't have the time and the energy to put into a kid that I would like to give my kid the best childhood, that I could that they deserve. So until I get to that time, like, I don't want to bring a kid into the world. And I've been a person that I did put my purpose and my career first. And I'm not gonna say it's all peaches and cream because, like, sometimes, like, I feel like my time is ticking with, like, kids and being able to have a family and stuff like that. But at the flip of the coin, I also don't want to bring in a family into something that's dysfunctional. So I want something established. I want my kids to have assets, um, things to that nature. So, like, that's the things that I think about when I think about bringing in kids. Versus, I feel like Aisha Curry, it didn't matter if her kids were being taken care of or not, because, like, obviously your kids are being taken care of. Like, that's not a worry for you. Her worry is that she's not the person bringing in the bread. It's not that you don't have enough bread, it's you're not the one bringing it in.
Yeah.
You're not the one that has the purpose in the family.
And I'm willing to wager that if she was the one bringing it in, she comes off as a complainer. She'd be upset about that.
Yeah, she'll say her nigga ain't shit, just like the rest of us. But can't win for losing because she said back in the day, Steph wanted to be a high school basketball teacher. So let's just hypothetically say Steph decided to take a back seat to your ass. He became a high school basketball teacher, which would they make 50,000? Let's just say 50,000 a year. I don't know how much teachers make, but I know it ain't that damn much because they be complaining. So $50,000 a year. You let's just say you continue with your modeling career and don't get pregnant, because again, I still believe that they got pregnant on purpose. Like y'all was trying, because why did you go see a doctor?
Yeah.
To predict your don't nobody go to see the doctor to see when the fuck they ovulating. Like the fuck. Yeah. Unless you trying. Like that's the only way you gonna go to see the damn doctor. So you mean to tell me that this nigga Steph on a high school basketball salary of $50,000, you was gonna be able to take care of him on a modeling salary, which the average model makes $95,000 annually. So you was gonna be able to support you and your man on 95,000. What's 50,000? What's that? $145,000. Get the fuck out of here. And your man wouldn't be available like he is right now. Like, yeah, he goes off and he does his playoffs or whatever. But if the nigga work on 9 to 5, he's gonna be gone majority of his day.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone.
He's gonna be working.
And he's gonna be frustrated and tired when he come home. In contrast to just a little sore, beat up, and disappointed.
Yeah.
When he lose a basketball game.
It's a difference. And like I said, I watched this movie. It's a movie called Look Both Ways or something like, or Looking Both Ways or something like that. And the movie starts off where the girl, she's taking a pregnancy test, and the movie kind of diverges into two different versions of her life. One version, the pregnancy test becomes positive and she goes down the road of becoming a mother and taking care of her child first, and then focusing on her career like later on after she gets established. The second version of her life, she's not pregnant and she focuses on her career first. And then, down the line, she starts focusing on her family. But at the end of the movie, both align to her purpose. So, like, she was an artist and that's what she wanted to be. That was her purpose in life. So, both lines, whether she was pregnant or not pregnant, it still ended up at the same end goal. She still became an artist at the end of the movie. And that's what, like, I feel like Ayesha Curry kind of has to realize is like, your purpose is for you, and nobody can kind of derail that purpose for you. What's meant for you is for you. So if you was meant to be the best model on this earth or whatever, you would be that. Like Steph couldn't hold you back from that. Your kids can't hold you back from that. There's no excuses that you could put out there for why you can't be that. And then especially since you have this extra support and resources from Steph, you really don't have any excuses on why you can't be a model, an actor, a cook. You could literally be anything. They hear your name, they know who the fuck you are. Like you could be in anything. So
and you got the money,
yeah,
and the support system to make it happen because
and the time. You're not doing nothing.
Your parents, they're all still alive. You got bukus of money. You can hire the best nannies. That you could.
There's no excuse on why you can't go chase what you want to do.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing. I don't think she said anything, like she didn't say that she regretted her kids or whatever. Like at first when I saw the first 10-minute clip or whatever, it was like, yeah, it did seem bad. But once I watched the whole video, like she wasn't saying she regretted her kids, she regretted her husband. She just felt like she could have focused on her career more, and it might have gave her a different feeling as far as the outlook in life. Now, me personally, I'm just like, if all this shit that Stefan gave you don't satisfy you, then you just never gonna be satisfied. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, he done gave you the sun, star, moon, and earth, and it don't matter to you. Like,
yeah.
What's a nigga to do if he done gave you everything? If he can't give you no more, what's a nigga to do?
I hope she just gets it together and they I just hope she figures out how to appreciate him before it's too late.
Yeah. I really hope, because like I do feel like, despite all the social media stuff, Steph is like, he ain't cheated on her, he ain't been in no scandals or nothing. Like, I just hope it stays that way. But she gotta humble herself, and then she gotta kind of step back and just be grateful for what she got. Like, nobody's saying that we don't want you to have what you have or you gotta act a certain way. But at the same time, it's just like you have the ability to be whoever the fuck you want to. So just don't blame anybody if you're not successful in that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hopefully we'll keep tabs on Aisha Curry and see, because I thought she just had a baby, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I will say a baby is not an end all be all. Like, some people feel like their lives ended just because they had a baby. Like, that's not the end all be all. It does make things more challenging. Um, but there's plenty of people that are successful and they have kids. So I say that to say that it can be done. You just might have to work a little harder.
Yeah.
With Aisha Curry, like you said, she can hire a damn nanny. Like, it don't matter. Like,
She'll be all right.
yeah.
Those kids will be perfectly fine with a nanny,
Hmm.
considering all the feelings she keep on being out into the universe.
So there's worse stuff to complain about besides, oh, my husband didn't let me fulfill my purpose in life.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh, what did you call it? The last subject is your boy Diddy. He has reached a verdict. You see that?
You got him 4 years, ain't it?
Yeah, 4 years. He's in there. He in there. Shit, you already been in there. Shit, what's 4 more years?
It's a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
But he did do some fucked up shit, though. Come on now.
Yeah, he was showing out.
4 years. I'm saying, compared to the shit he was doing, I'm like, 4 years ain't that bad. Like, compared to the shit that you probably done killed, like, at least this many people. Look, at least you killed at least this many, and all you get is 4 years. Okay. You think he should have got longer or no?
Nah, he shouldn't have got longer. That he did some shit, especially with the physical assault shit.
Yeah.
But ultimately the nigga was just a freak. And now to your other point, he potentially, allegedly, could be behind some murders and shit that never came out 100% in the wash. But I feel like, for 2 to 4 years was
He wasn't gonna get off with just no time, basically what you saying.
yeah, they was gonna make an example out of him. They definitely was.
Now, you don't think they gonna, even though like they try to go after Jay-Z and it got dismissed, you don't think they're gonna try to go after him again?
No.
Even though, because Nicki Minaj, she recently just came up, like, she was talking about Kathy White again, like on October 1st.
Ain't nobody paying Nicki no attention.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, Nicki done made herself look like an idiot. Like, I doubt they'll reopen up all that just because Nicki said it. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. All Nicki's credibility and validity has went down the drain when she started talking about kids publicly like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now, nobody's paying attention to her. I seen a thing the other day that said, name a celebrity that you thought wasn't a bad person, but now you know different. everybody in the comments is like Nicki Minaj. That's the public saying that.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so now you've kind of ruined yourself. Ain't nobody paying you no attention no more. You know.
It's because, like I said, the only reason why they feel, if Cardi were to have called Nicki out in that album, Nicki has every right to do with, she has every right to fire back.
Mhm.
You're firing and nobody came for you. Like,
Yeah.
nobody asked for you. Nobody came for you. Nobody said anything about Papa Bear. Like, it's giving bully.
It's giving jealousy.
Yeah.
Jealousy, and I need my name to be included too. Oh, nobody said nothing about me.
Nobody said nothing about her in a minute. Besides what? She did that shit with Lil Wayne and his album.
Mhm.
Was it in June?
And then she
She
had
did.
some public shit to say to Jay-Z again when he didn't select Wayne to be in the Super Bowl.
That was earlier this year. And then
Mhm.
later this year it was that shit.
Ain't nobody paying her no damn attention.
No. She said she coming out with an album in March. I'm not really. Shoot, by March I might forget that she coming out with a damn album. To be honest, like,
She gonna have to ride this ignorant ass
I
wave all the
almost
way
took this
today.
out the bottle, y'all. That's how. Look, I almost drank this out the bottle.
Yeah, she gonna.
I was about to take it to the head, y'all.
That album liable to flop.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
even with her supporters.
She ain't got enough supporters to
After
not
this?
flop. She got them still her core fans, but it ain't millions of motherfuckers. It's a couple 100,000 people that's all on her dick, but nah.
I see she tried to go for the Beehive. That was the wrong move right there.
Yeah, she fucked up with that.
Yeah,
And
she tried to.
Jay-Z got a fucking cult following as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you would call them, but they're there. It's people that think Jay-Z can do no wrong.
Hova.
Yeah, they treat him like Jehovah. So interesting.
Yeah, I will say that. Like, I don't know how we got on the subject with Nicki, but we were talking about Aisha. Oh, we was talking about Diddy too.
Mm-hmm.
The Diddy trial. I don't know. I know his family was sad. I was seeing like the court, like when they was dismissing everybody was sad. But 4 years ain't too bad. Like, he'll still be alive by the time he get out. You can still visit him in jail in the meantime. It's not too bad. Versus like motherfuckers that get life or like 20 years or something. Like, he really could have got more based off of his charges. But I think based off of who he was, he got a lesser sentence.
Yeah.
Who he was and his lawyers, like,
His lawyers, what helped him was the time served.
Yeah.
That time served him that time that he spent in that county helped him out.
Because he already did like, what, 2 years? A year?
At least 2. He did about 2 already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Like, just do your time. And then when you get out, be on the straight and narrow road, okay?
Yeah, all his shenanigans, he done.
Yeah, he done with that
He
shit.
ain't doing all that shit no more.
That's the thing. I hope Diddy learned from it. Cardi learned from it. These lawsuits is getting these celebrities. So at the end of the day, if you become somebody who has money, you need to be on your A game. So like AR, if you become famous, it's like you can't even, not saying you can't trust people, but you gotta kind of be, aware of everything around you, because everybody's gonna try to come get a piece of your pie once you made it,
I'm gonna be like my cousin Michael. a recluse. I ain't saying shit. I'm gonna be up in the top of a penthouse mansion, just chilling.
You know, what if your family members want you to help them? You're not gonna help your family members?
I don't have no family members. I got an extended family.
When your sisters?
Yeah,
So just immediate.
immediate. My extended family is too many of them for me to be helping all them.
Yeah.
Shit, if I help, I literally got dozens of extended family. I come from a big extended family. So if I help 2 of them, guess what's gonna happen? Everybody gonna be like, "Hey, you gave such and such some money. Why you ain't gonna give me no money?"
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. I'll deplete myself.
Yeah.
So, you know, shit, my immediate family, and that's it.
And you know, it probably feel good at the time to like be able to take care of things for people, but like you said, you kind of have to be cautious of it could deplete you. Like you can really
Yeah.
deplete your assets by trying to take care of everybody else. And shit, you don't even owe these motherfuckers nothing. Like, you know,
No.
motherfuckers ain't hit you up in years, and all of a sudden because you got this status or this fame or whatever, they want to hit you up.
Yeah. You don't owe them shit.
You don't. So yeah, I don't know. You gotta have a smart mindset when it comes to money. You have to budget, and I will say invest in some assets, okay? Because even though you might be getting good money now, you have to have a goose egg to kind of fall back on when things go to shit. So I encourage you all to get investment accounts or something that will be of substance if shit goes to fan. Assets. That's what we learned about today in Knee Deep Live. Assets. You need assets. Don't just I seen this one girl, she was talking about quick money. Don't just go for quick money. Quick money gets addictive.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like it's so addictive because how fast it comes or whatever. Like you want to keep doing it again. You don't want quick money. Okay, quick money is short. You want longevity, which is assets.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know we almost at time, or we at time. Okay. So the last subject, we kind of talked about earlier. I've seen this thing on Cyrie's podcast where he was saying, do women know when men need space? And I thought about it and I was like, I honestly don't know when my man needs space. Like, if my man tells me he needs space, like I automatically think it has something to do with me. Like, oh, you want space for me? Like, what the fuck did I do? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And like Sari was like, sometimes we be needing space and it has absolutely nothing to fucking do with you. Like, we bearing the responsibilities of a man, and that could be a lot to deal with. And sometimes as a man, you gotta have to regroup and kind of figure out what's going on with you. And it has nothing to do with like your woman or anything else outside of that, you know?
Yeah, sometimes people can get clingy.
Mm-hmm.
Females in particular, men do it too. There's some clingy ass men too. But females can get too clingy and then it can become annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Good space is good and fruitful for everybody involved. Like, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, sometimes I might need just a little breather, just to collect my thoughts and do my own thing. I might want to go fishing. I might want to get in the studio. I might want to go visit some family. I might want to play the video game. Hell, I might want to just sit and be quiet, go for a drive. But that doesn't it don't mean that you are tired of the female or you have another female. It's just
So what's the indicate like as a female asking a male, like what is your indicators that is like I just need time for myself and it has nothing to do with you versus I need time to myself because you're annoying me. Like and I don't want to tell you you're annoying me.
You have to just have the presence of mind to know to space yourself. Give people. You have to have the presence of mind. Okay, well, I was with them this day, that day, perhaps, and you got to normalize that with everybody, not just your partner, your friends as well.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you don't have to talk every day.
That's a good point.
You don't have to talk all the time. It's okay to not talk all the time. If the bond is true and y'all really fuck with each other, then it'll be like you'll pick up right where you left off when you reconnect. You know what I mean?
You feel like with friendships and relationships?
Both. It's healthy to do it with both because too much of anything becomes obsess and
Hmm.
excess. And you don't want to do that. And that's when you start losing the core value of it at that point to me.
And the spark too. Like
Mm-hmm. You're just beating a dead horse at that point. Motherfucker every day, and then y'all just get silent and start each other, just trying to figure out something to say or figure out something to do.
yeah, you just filling up the space at this
Filling
point.
up the space at this point. Like, no. Absence
That's not a
makes the
bond.
heart grow fonder. That's one of those deep phrases that means so much. When I don't see you, I'm going to want to see you. I'm going to miss you. And then it's going to give me a lot to talk about. Then we can catch up. Oh, what you been doing the last 2 days, 3 days? Oh, I've been, and not necessarily saying you need to do that with your partner. That's more so for friendships, maybe a day or two, maybe 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, and your partner too, because like you said, I think we expect to speak to our partner every day, but I'm starting to realize that even I get to the point where sometimes I don't want to talk to anybody, even my partner, during the day. If I'm getting that frustrated, like just how I got frustrated with the computer, if I get that frustrated, I don't want to talk to anybody because I'm gonna have a bad attitude. The attitude's gonna leak onto you. Then you won't be mad at me, and then I got a whole bunch of different issues. So like, rather than deal with that, I might try to avoid talking to you or whatever because I'm like, all right, I don't want to put my bad attitude on this person or whatever. Or I know I got a stank ass attitude. Like, let me not talk to this person right now. And I talked to Vicky about that. Like, that was one thing that me and her talked about. Like, when me and her fall out, we don't fall out for long, but I do tell her ahead of time, like, I think about this. Like, I don't like how you said this or whatever, but I got to think about it. I need some space. Like, I'll tell her I'm mad. I need some space so that when I deliver how I really feel about the situation, that it's of logic, it's of mind, and I'm not just giving you how I feel about it, So I will wait a couple, even with a friendship, with a relationship, I will wait a little bit um before I react. Because once you react, it's like it's no taking it back. Like your reaction is your reaction. A lot of people they react and it produces these actions that can't be taken back.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So yeah, I try not to react in that sense, but I will say there's some things that I have to kind of start paying attention to when it comes to men because if a man says they need space, like I do as a female, I will sit there and be like, oh, okay, he needs space from me. Like I'll take it real personal, and I've realized like looking at a lot of men, like a lot of men say the same thing that they just want space and it has nothing to do with the female or her and her situation or anything. Like it might just be everything internally to do with him.
He's human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Got to treat him like a human.
And the
Not a
fact that we
plaything.
say that men shouldn't have, or black men especially, shouldn't have any emotions. So we tell, like, I've been a person that has told somebody to suck it up, like, as a black man, and like, I felt bad about it, but like at the same time, it's almost like that's the expectation for a black man. Like, oh, okay, just deal with it, like, suck it up and deal with it, and there's no sympathy or empathy towards what y'all have to deal with and kind of internalize and not have to speak about,
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta just let us breathe. Let us breathe.
Any man, not a black man, but just any man. Let him breathe.
Best results, I promise you. He'll appreciate you more.
I seen this meme that was like this girl, so this dude, he was driving up, and so it was like the girl, she looked like she was like a little prostitute or whatever, but he drove up, he was like, how much? And she was like, 500 for me to tell you that you're doing a good job and I appreciate you. He was like, okay. And he gave her the 500. She was like, you're doing a good job taking care of your household. I really appreciate you. He was like, thank you. That's all I need to hear. And then the next dude was like, hurry up. He was like, my wife don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I need some appreciation too. So I go to say that to say, like, I feel like some of the simplest things like appreciation is what some men be needing at the time. And maybe, I don't know if that stops cheating, but it might prolong it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
Appreciation.
It'll probably make it less of a possibility for sure.
Yeah.
Because if you get on his nerves and he feels cluttered, he's gonna want to ventilate that energy some other place. And that other place might not be what you want. It'd be better to let him have his space than to be mad at him fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or just let a nigga have his space, and he has to have a safe space with you. So like, if a nigga feel like he can't come and talk to you about some shit, or he has to hide some shit, it ain't never gonna work, because your foundation isn't even based off of truth at that point. Like, he's lying to you to keep you. So you have to have a solid foundation in whoever you decide to be with, or even if that person was stepping out on you, or if they committed infidelity or whatever. We're all humans, we all make mistakes, but I feel like if that person can show personal growth, responsibility, and they can kind of tell you what's wrong with them, because a lot of times people cheat, but they cheat and they lie about it because they still low-key want to be with the person that they're with. So they still low-key love that person that they with, or they love some type of benefit of the person that they're with, that they're not willing to let that go. So whatever they're not willing to let go, you kind of have to figure that out, and you got to figure out if you want to stay with that person mutually. Like,
yeah, they want their cake and they want to eat it too.
That's what it is. A lot of people I feel like it's like that.
True indeed.
I think we had time though. That was our last subject.
All right. Well, lovely people. Y'all, hope y'all were educated and entertained and informed. We get ready to check out. I'm about drunk and bull. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
But hey, it's your motherfucking boy AR.
And I'm Versely, aka Tiny.
And we are
knee deep in the shit. We'll see y'all next week, y'all.
Peace.
Okay.